there was like a countdown.
So that you didn't say that on live, YouTube.
Yeah, we're live now, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Sith Paths of Pain.
I'm Cody.
I'm Monkey.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Leslie.
Yeah. So, how, does anyone remember what we did last time?
I killed things.
Mm-hmm.
Acorn.
Acorn?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Would you mind, recapping who Acorn is? Or was?
He was a
That's
hut
what it
man.
was.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I cut him in a couple pieces. There's 3 pieces.
No, Acorn, the
No,
hut.
that's not.
Oh,
That's
the
not
hut.
what happened.
Never mind, I cut another dude in 4 pieces, actually.
Yeah, we were sent to go investigate a farm. We investigated the farm. Turns out the hut was in charge. Then some snippy-dippy Jedi showed up who thought he was in charge. Turned out he ended up dead. He killed Acorn. Acorn's men was like, roar! And we were like, chill, bro. Just chill. And now, instead of it being Acorn's men, it's now... What's your character's name? Sand's men.
Yep, I got
You
to
know,
know
guarding
him.
the farm. And then a bunch of other shenanigans happened. We went back to go talk to the Jedi Master, and everyone was like, what?
Somebody who's not here right now kind of convinced somebody to, shoot their friend in the face with a blaster. I'm assuming she's not here right now because, she's doing some sort of menial task for the Jedi Masters.
That's up for the DM to decide.
Oh, no, I know. That's just the headcanon I have until he says otherwise.
Sure. Awesome. Yeah, I think we covered basically everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we can start off the session by rolling some Destiny points.
That means I should open that app.
It's already open.
Woohoo! Oh, baby.
Sorry, it's loading.
It's okay.
Oh, nice.
Amateurs.
Ooh.
Nothing
Oh,
for
wait.
Matthew.
All of the cards are in your hands.
Are they?
For the time being. I just need one, though.
Group challenge.
I mean-
don't use a Destiny point.
I mean, that's how
You gotta
Acorn
feel
died.
Like, first roll, dude. We're going to fail that challenge.
Although, admittedly, I've thrown a lot of challenge dice at you guys, and you guys have rolled, like, only one really bad thing. So.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm the only one, and I had, the odds were so in my favor.
Right, for sure.
Yep.
I had 4 yellow.
Yeah.
And then Monkey pulled a very special thing. A character will die.
Right.
I mean, it worked out for some of us.
Right.
True.
Yep.
In the long run, it's probably for the best.
Use the negatives to our advantage and all that jazz.
Like, okay, maybe if the medium run. Acorn being dead probably isn't that good. Sand having a bunch of people at her disposal probably a net negative.
I don't know. I worry about Sand having, an army.
Yes, that's why it's negative.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, nothing possibly could go wrong.
No, definitely not.
Nah.
So, it's been a few weeks since you guys did that whole thing with Acorn and Blue and the whole Farmer Joe incident. The 3 weeks or so are pretty laid back, pretty chill. Master Mozzarella tries to keep you guys around the Jedi Temple, not going out and doing too much. He tries to get you involved in leading some of the younglings, just to perform some sort of duty while you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to keep you guys busy.
Does that include me?
Yes. He mostly ends up assigning you, and he even says to you that there are definitely some masters who look at a droid teaching Jedi as, possibly not the best thing, but out of respect for Master Bree, he is choosing to allow you to at least go all the way up to your night trials, and to see if you can hold up to that, then who is he to stand in the Force's way?
Okay. When he told me that, I would have asked him, what do the trials look like for one such as myself, or will they look the same regardless?
He says they will, we'll probably have to modify something, but if you're going to go through the trials, we expect you to do everything a Jedi can do.
Master, does that mean that I shall fight with a Jedi's weapon?
Yes.
Thank you, Master.
And you'll also be expected to perform acts with the Force.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
Yes.
Monkey.
Okay.
Not monkey. Josh. So some droids have mouths, other droids do not have mouths. They just have little slits to act as a mouth so that people don't look at them weird. Does your character actually have a mouth, or does he just have a slit that looks like a mouth?
He doesn't really even. It's more like the bars. Like 4 or 5 bars going like this with a green light.
Okay, so yeah, he has the slits. Got it.
Yeah. There's no how some droids do that, they light up as they talk to he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Though. There's none
Okay.
of that.
Just making sure your character doesn't have the devilish smile of glee and joy that you did.
Nah.
Right. However, and he ends up gathering all of you together. He ends up saying, there's a big gathering of Jedi Masters at the Temple on Coruscant, and I'm expected to be there. So for the time being, I will be passing off your overseeing to a fellow Jedi Master here named Hakarl. You'll know him when you see him, trust me. I'm sure he'll make himself known soon enough. While I'm gone, you are to follow his directions. He will be overseeing your training, making sure that you're still moving towards preparedness for the Jedi Knight trials. All right?
All right.
Do you have any questions or requests for me while I'm gone?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
All right, then. Well, I've got a meeting to attend to.
Master Bree, sorry.
Yes.
This is a little late. I do apologize. When do you want me to begin my training with a lightsaber?
Well,
Ooh. Never mind.
Shall I attend to the bucket?
He's dead.
Right, you said Master Bree. Was that what Forebode meant to say?
Did I?
Yes.
Forebode made a mistake as well.
Okay.
So that would be a Freudian slip.
Unless I use a destiny point to have not said that.
Well, Forebode, it's probably not best to be asking Bree if you can make use of a lightsaber. I'm sure he would have intended for you at some point, but, he's passed on now.
Master Motz, I do apologize. I had a servo slip.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Should get that looked at.
That's not even how...
I'm the droid, Cody.
That's not what a servo does.
I know.
It's metaphorical. Like a foot in mouth.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. Seems legit.
I'm as disappointed as you guys are a poodle.
But Master Mothra, the question still stands. I do want to be prepared for the trials.
Oh, yes, of course. And that's why Master Hakarl will be overseeing you while I'm gone. I do have to get going, but you can bring any other requests to him. I was specifically asking if you guys wanted me to look for anything, or obviously if I hear about any news about what specifically Master Bree was studying, I'll bring it back because you all seem to be interested in that.
Okay.
I was wondering if there were any other particular more personal requests any of you had.
Anything towards my model line of droids? There aren't many of me.
Sure.
My type. Anything you can find towards that. I don't remember much from that long ago.
Sure.
It being Star Wars,
Uh-huh.
everything is imported somewhere.
Right.
Do they make anything at the actual temple other than their own lightsabers? Do they make anything at all?
This particular temple, or do you mean the temple on Coruscant?
The one that we're on.
The one you're on, because it's mostly an agricultural planet, a lot of the things that the temple would produce would be sort of byproducts of that.
Okay.
Think almost like monks making wine.
Got it.
You guys take some of the regional plant life or stuff and then make things out of it.
Got it. We'll take the local berries or weed
Right.
or whatever. Okay.
Yep.
Star Wars booze.
Yep. Got it.
A small sewing station would be nice.
Sure. Sewing station, parts. Anything for you, Sam?
More places that I can sort of. Well, I have money. I don't need that. More areas to create sort of natural habitats for some of the animals that I've seen around. There haven't been too many, but
Sure. Yeah. I can see about looking into some of that. Creating sort of natural style cages or something. Enclosures. Yeah. I'll see what I can find about all those. In the meantime, I will be back probably within a month. Hawkarl should be able to. He's a very competent master. He's a bit tough, but I'm sure you'll all prove to be, made of good stuff.
have we, I guess we being me and Ka, ever heard of him before?
Given that you guys have now spent you guys have probably spent a month here total. Because there was that first week and then these last 3 weeks. So you guys have probably seen Hawkarl around. He's a Karkarodan, which is a big shark man. Multiple rows of teeth, big, scary, muscly kind of thing. If you've seen the Clone Wars series, he's the shark guy from the Clone Wars series.
In season 4?
Right.
He was fun to watch die.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's one of those guys, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where it was no longer a kid's show.
Right. Where it was people are gonna explode now.
Yeah. If it didn't explode, he's just gonna eat them.
Right. He mostly trains younglings and occasional Padawans to prepare them for trials. That he normally doesn't have a dedicated Padawan himself, but he assists other people with training.
Okay.
I can't remember. Do they have to have a
Breath mask?
breather, an apparatus for them, or can they breathe air?
That's a good question. If somebody wants to pull that up, I don't think so. But if they do, there's going to be something cool to happen.
How do you spell it?
Okay.
Karodon.
Can we get a picture of him not in the water?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it.
It looks like they're actually just fine outside of water.
Yeah. I mean, just like the squid people and the
Right.
other ones.
Yeah. Yep. So he's just big shark man. Doesn't need any extra breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
And at that, Master Mozzarella leaves. And, Master Hawkarl is probably going to be in one of the rooms training younglings at this time of day.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go watch.
Okay.
I'm following behind him. I'm going with.
I'm going to try to coax one of my animal friends to come with me, and then I'll go watch.
Sure. What particular kind of animal friend? Something like fuzzy or scaly?
Fuzzy.
Okay. Cool. You find a suitably fuzzy little animal companion.
Yes.
So you guys managed to find Master Hawkarl. He is in a relatively small meditation room where a bunch of younglings are sitting on basically beanbag style things. You know, the things you see in the Jedi Temple in the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all sitting around a bunch of those. It seems clear that their task here is to maintain focus while meditating, and he is, without saying anything, just going around and like pushing them, nudging them, maybe has like a glass of water and just like pours it on the head of one, and he seems to be generally trying to see if he can break their focus.
Wow.
Yeah. And that goes on for probably like a solid hour of him doing that if you guys don't interrupt.
Do any of them break?
You should go help.
There are a couple of them that break. They try to recover themselves, and then there's maybe like one who seems like he's really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are also the few standout students who, they're still younglings, they're still in training, they haven't mastered this, but they keep pretty good composure.
Okay.
And eventually, after an hour of just messing with younglings, seeing if he can break them,
Mm-hmm.
he notices all of you, I assume, standing in the doorway, or do you guys enter the room, or?
Would have
I would have entered and sat down somewhere.
gone according to the wall to be
Okay.
Just stay out of sight.
Cool. He approaches all of you. First, he dismisses the younglings, saying, go attend to your other studies.
Were there any
That's the voice I
interesting
wanted to
species among the younglings?
Go for another one.
Yeah. I'm going to get the voice for him. And say that again, Josh.
Were there any interesting species among the younglings? Like
There was a general hodgepodge. A lot of humans were near humans. Hard to tell distinctly how many were humans compared to near humans. But then you get a few other things like a Twi'lek. There was a Rhodian kid, and maybe like a Mirialan.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So you must be Master Breeze students.
Oh, I don't like that voice.
I don't like that voice because I'm getting horrible flashbacks from L5R.
Big
Oh.
Matsu! It's Big Matsu!
I know.
Oh, yes, Master.
You just called him Matsu.
When you look up this guy's name, if you ever do, you'll maybe see something.
How do you spell it?
Hakarl.
Karl. Huh. What the heck?
So it's the name of a
Please.
Greenland shark that is poisonous to eat.
What?
And you have to let it decompose before it's actually edible.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So, just thought I'd throw that in there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So you must be Master Breeze students.
Yes, Master.
He looks, I want to use the word incredulous, but I don't remember exactly what that means.
Are you more surprised or angry?
Angry.
Not incredulous. Well,
Okay.
maybe incredulous. Kind of incredulous.
He looks condescending at the droid
There you
for
go.
a moment before turning back to the organics.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, Matsu.
Never mind. I like him now.
No.
Well, introduce yourselves already.
I am
Paul.
Call.
Sam.
Zahn?
I'm
Mhm.
forebode.
Forebode. What is your designation, droid?
4BD8.
4BD8 it is, then.
Mm.
Now, I am an honest man. And I expect honesty. And honestly, I despise Master Bree. I do not like his teachings. I do not like his studies. And I think it's probably for the betterment of the universe that he has passed on to be with the Force.
The lights are off.
Now, with all of that being said, I have specifically requested to oversee all of your trials. And I intend to fail all of you. None of you will be Jedi.
Is that your theme song playing in the background?
None of you will be Jedi. So, however, out of respect for Mozzarella, I will see that training be reached to all of you. So instead of preparing to pass the trials, like a hopeful or potential student could, instead I'm going to have you all immediately start working with the service corps. Because you won't be Jedi, so why get your hopes up? You will find menial labor, you will grow to like it, and you will accept that as your lot in life. Now, there are a variety of service corps for you all to look at. I will be happy to answer your questions about them.
So I don't know about the other two, but Sam's gonna leave the room.
All right.
Yeah, if Sam gets up and...
Peacing out. Taking our fuzzy little friend and glare and the equivalent of Star Wars, peace, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
In the most disrespectful way that she can get away with.
All right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't stop you. He just, if he looked condescending at the droid, he looks borderline furious at you as you leave.
I'm actually just going to follow her. Not do any of that, crap. I don't like her, but I'm just going to follow her.
Sure.
I am now not his least favorite Jedi person.
I respect your moxie. I'm going with you.
So, Ka, any questions?
No questions, just mentally preparing for the Jedi trials.
I like that attitude. But it's important to accept and be at peace with one's circumstances.
Well, I am very at peace with my circumstances. However, I also know you do not dictate them. You are not the Force.
I think the Force will see. You know what? We'll see what will be.
We will.
If you have no questions, then I will leave and attend to some arrangements for all of you to have some work in the service corps. And at that, he walks out.
Go for it.
So, remember that time when we said that some of my old masters would be here?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who we're going to go find?
I'm following her.
I'm gonna leave and hey, what are you guys up to?
Sure.
Hey, Hey, San,
Yes.
where are we going? I'm following you at this point.
Well, I happen to know some other masters, and while I may not be on the best of terms with them, I think we would have better luck with them than we will with him.
You say we, and for that I am thankful.
I can see why they would not be on the best of terms with you.
Well, while my life has not been the most fair, the one thing I have known to always be the most fair has been the Jedi. And predetermining my results, I don't see as the most fair, especially with no evidence that would say so, such as a vision from the Force or anything. It seems more that it's just one man's irrational thoughts and one man's disdain for another.
So when she said a vision of the Force,
Sure.
I'm gonna use Force C.
Okay.
See if that. Yeah, I'm gonna use Force C.
Okay. So you get brief glimpses of things up to 24 hours in the future.
Yep.
All right. You see, you and the party in a line. What basically looks to be being berated by Hakarl.
Mm-hmm.
You see boarding onto a spaceship,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the Jedi code in your hands.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. After you finish talking, he kind of like snaps out of a little trance.
Y'all right there?
Just seeing things that are coming to be.
Well, I hope that they're better things than that other man. I said.
Well, you'll see more of him.
All
In more
right.
space.
More.
San. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I was just San. God, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize. But if your masters don't work out, there are 2 other planets we were supposed to visit for Master Bree.
That is true.
And it'd be a nice, to do his will instead of, service corps under somebody who is just specifically against him.
That is also true.
So you're saying you would abandon Master's Bree order so that you could, make yourself feel better?
Oh no, fulfill his orders at the other locations. He gave us multiple orders to fulfill, and if we need to, sometimes it's best to fulfill
Wait.
them elsewhere before we come back here.
I didn't know droids were quitters.
Training.
I didn't know droids were quitters.
Oh, I'm not quitting. I'm gonna come back and be a Jedi Knight, dadgummit, first droid that I know of. But if we can't get training here, we might as well get real-world training elsewhere.
Where were the other 2 planets? They didn't have Jedi Academies on them, did they?
Correct. The other 2 planets did not have Jedi Academies on them. They were.
See Kuso on Welk, and see Monterey on Arga.
Yes. Yep.
I have taken the notes
Awesome.
in my droid brain.
Sounds good.
Also called a notepad.
I just wanted to opt for the option. Since our last space flaring flight, I've downloaded a few pieces of information on how to fly in space. Not as good as flying, a speeder, but I can get from point A to B in space.
Well, as soon as we are done with our job here, we will go to the other.
Alrighty, I'll follow your lead.
That being said, gonna go, like, where would maybe I have seen them last, like, in our whole time here? At least one of them.
At least one of them. The temple here on Dantooine is pretty small. So it actually wouldn't be too hard to find any of them. Like, you could easily find them within the day. Like, they're just going to be around here somewhere.
So it's gonna be a very familiar feeling of her walking behind, grabbing a robe sleeve, and tug, tug.
All right. One of your former masters turns to face you. Oh, Sen. Can I help you?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Uh-huh.
Well, you see,
Uh-huh.
Master Mozzarella left perhaps one of the crankiest Jedi.
Is it Hawkarl?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, supposedly he decided that he's going to oversee our Jedi trials
Mm-hmm.
and that he is specifically going to fail us
Mm-hmm.
because he hates Master Bree.
Okay, so why are you telling me this?
Well, I know you better than other people here,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like someone else important should know
Uh-huh.
that that's a thing.
Yes.
And, like, she takes a moment because she's like, all right, how am I going to say this? I need your help.
There's a definite smile on his face. Sen, you have said probably the single sweetest phrase I could have heard from you. Could you just repeat it again for me?
She's like going to take a moment, like, sigh, and look at her fuzzy animal, and then look back up at him. I need your help.
Mm.
And she just had, like, the sweetest smile she could muster on her face.
Those are 4 beautiful words that I love to hear.
I'm glad my character has a rebreather so you can't see the massive smile.
Sam, what's wrong with your face?
There's a smile, it's weird.
What do you need my help for?
Well, he doesn't actually want to train us for our Jedi trials.
Uh-huh.
He simply wants us to fail because that's what he wills.
That's what he told you, yeah?
Yes.
I'm going to. I actually. This is a fairly young master. I actually trained under Master Hawkarl. He told me the same thing when I was a Padawan. Did possibly Master Mozzarella tell you that Hawkarl was tough?
Yes.
Did he explain at all what that meant?
No.
Master Hawkarl, he's very passionate about training Padawans and raising them up to be knights. However, he will demand every ounce of I don't want to say perfection because he allows for imperfections, but he will push you as hard as you can go. Honestly, what helped me pass the trials was learning to give a little bit of fight back. Honestly, not in a disrespectful way, but when he says that he will fail you, you stand up confidently And you don't have to backtalk. You don't have to say anything back to him, but just simply let him give his spiel, stand up strong, be confident, remain peaceful and serene in the Force, and you'll make it through.
How exactly did he train you for your Jedi trials?
I have one of the few and rare honors of actually being his personal Padawan, which meant a lot of physically and mentally demanding training. There were times when I would be hung up by one leg to hang from a ceiling while I could, so I could meditate under pressure. And then he would eventually add training remotes to that. And I would first be allowed a lightsaber and then not a lightsaber. And despite everything, as long as my body remained in one place, the training remotes would not shoot me. But a twitch, a sudden movement, they would get you.
Hearing that, Paul is gonna like try and do a handstand.
Okay.
And like attempt to meditate.
Right. Or
soften the background.
He would place for some of the mentally demanding things. He would place little earbuds, right, in my ears, and at first it would be just a nice quiet hum. Eventually, it would sound like 1,000 screeching death wails of animals of all sorts of species, just constantly clamoring in my ear. And then he would be, in a quiet voice, telling me something, and I would have to repeat it back to him verbatim.
So, say instead of those things, he decided that we would be going, were they to the social corps? Is that what it was?
Service corps.
Oh, the service corps.
Agriculture, something.
Agriculture, medical, education, and exploration.
Yeah.
Exploration would be kind of cool.
Say instead he decided that that's what we were going to do. Is that normal?
It is not abnormal for him. My guess would be he thinks there is something you all need to round out your Jedi training in the service corps. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. He did not like Bree. That part's probably true. I don't know if he hated Bree, but he definitely disagreed with him on a number of issues.
I'm going to walk over on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he hate Bree?
He viewed Bree as heretical, and the teachings and the research of Bree he thought was dangerous to not only Jedi, like their general, like for a Jedi Master, but he viewed as especially damaging and harmful to be taught to Padawans or younglings. So given that he is very concerned about training younglings and Padawans, it was a very big deal for him.
Mm-hmm.
Which parts particularly?
The damaging part or the heretical part?
They're not one and the same?
Not necessarily, no.
Then both?
For the heretical side, he talked a lot about a being that would bring, like a being that's almost a manifestation of the Force that would correct it, and an idea that there was a force, a unified force that became split in two. These are not standard Jedi teachings, and so Hakarl viewed that as heretical. And I understand. I'm not going to push it as far as Hakarl did, but I understand his point. And the teachings that he thought were particularly damaging to young students mostly had to do with Bree's very hands-off approach. Hakarl believed that, or believes that, Bree did not do a good job of actually training students so much as leaving them vaguely to their own devices without much help, and so without proper guidance, Jedi Padawan in particular need much guidance to become a knight. And without that proper guidance and often very deep hands-on coordination, he simply felt that it was damaging and would create many substandard and morally weak Jedi who would eventually fall to the Sith.
Too much independence.
Yes. Correct.
Independence is good, but too much is very dangerous.
Absolutely.
I suppose my last question would be, will there be others who judge our trials, or simply him?
Obviously, I can't. I've personally trained you for a period of time. So none of your actual masters will preside over the trials.
But Harkarl can?
Harkarl will be allowed to, given that he's not supposed to actually be your mentor at this time. Technically, Mozzarella is training you officially, but it's like Mozzarella has to step out, and so Harkarl's just covering for him. So Harkarl will be allowed to oversee. Mozzarella will not, but we will certainly find someone with a different view from Harkarl, so we have a well-rounded view of you in the trials.
Generally what happens, from what I know, is that it's basically the Jedi Council. Like, there's an impartial group of Jedi who haven't trained you, just basically test you.
Well, that is appreciated.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I thank you for your time, Master.
Oh, of course, of course. If you could just say 4 more words for me, I will help you anytime you need. Could I just hear those 4 words I love to hear so much from my former student's mouth?
Elbow. Elbow.
Thank you, and if I ever need your help again, I know exactly who to come to.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a pleasant day, San. I have some younglings to attend to while I'm here in the temple, but I hope this all works out well for you.
I appreciate it.
He's gonna get off his hands before he falls over from laughing.
Should we go seek out Harkarl again? We might should talk to him.
Might be best.
He said he would get us, right?
He said he went to go prepare some things for you guys for the service corps.
Got it.
I still think that we should go see him. At least Santa and I. You kept your cool a little bit better. God.
I'm not training that.
Oh, wait. Was that a conflict?
Do you think it was if you think it was a conflict, it's probably a conflict.
Okay.
You have to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is it balanced out by my lack of pride?
The walking out of the room, that was probably a conflict.
Yeah. I marked some conflict.
Yeah. One thing is like when you get conflict, you can't make it up in session to remove the conflict.
I made it better. All right. Yeah. I'll go find Harkarl.
Awesome.
Car, are you coming with us?
Sure, this could be fun.
I think a vision of yours might be coming true sooner than we thought.
You have no idea.
You guys eventually find Harkarl outside in one of the Jedi Temple training grounds, where he is throwing basically blunted spears at younglings who are trying to deflect them with wood sticks.
That's pleasant.
Can I pick up a wooden stick and get in line with them?
I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, there's plenty of wood sticks around.
All right, I go pick up a wood stick and kind of, if there's an open spot towards the middle, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'll go towards the end if I have to.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're able to find a spot in the middle.
Okay.
The younglings make room for you.
Okay.
They're like, oh, this droid. Is he gonna hit us too?
All of a sudden, he snaps his fingers, and all the younglings bash the droid. Break him.
San will just wait and pet her pet.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
a favorite
so-
class.
He throws at least one spear at each of the younglings before he throws a spear at each of you guys. And
Oh, I'm in there.
oh, I thought you said that's. Oh, did you not want to be?
I was thinking about it
Okay.
until Josh did it.
Okay, no, if you don't want to be,
Now I
that's
have a
fine.
different plan.
Okay. So yeah, he picks up this spear, and it looked like he was kind of not too hard tossing them at the younglings, but you can see it's like a full drawback,
Yeah.
and then like a full-on like javelin toss at your chest.
That's wonderful.
If you want to give me some kind of roll for that,
Could I do force move?
Um,
Throw one at him?
a spear at
Yeah.
Sure.
can I just make a melee attack?
Ah, never mind.
You know what? Sure. Yeah, I'll let you make a melee attack for that.
Okay.
Can't think of what else it would be.
It could be
Agility.
Maybe
agility
draw?
or coordination or something. Maybe.
Well,
Lightsaber reflect.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you do? I use reflect. Ding.
So what sort of difficulty and stuff am I looking at?
Given that it's like full extension, and he's a tough guy, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 3 purples and a red.
Then I'm definitely going to use a destiny point
Okay.
and going to use my frenzied attack and take some
Okay.
some strain to upgrade it again
Sure.
to 4 yellow.
Ta-da-da-da. Nice.
Okay. Would you change it for me, Cody? I don't want to start that again.
Oh, are you doing Destiny point?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Do.
A fail and an advantage.
How in the world?
Yes. So
Like, look at that roll.
it's
Yeah.
going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
With the advantage, I'll let you pick what limb gets hit.
Okay.
Like,
I was
you mean,
honestly
like-
hoping to use that advantage to not move a muscle.
Oh,
Or-
sure. No, that's cool too. Yeah.
Servo.
Lock up the servos.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sure. That sounds fine.
Hopefully, he doesn't get a servo slip.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll not actually block it, but I'm not moving.
Sure. It connects you like square in the chest, but instead of knocking you backwards or knocking you over, it hits and like there's the sound of whirring servos as like they keep you locked in place, and then it it falls to the ground and you're still standing.
Hooray! That hurt.
Younglings, you're dismissed now. My new apprentices.
But the robot's here. We want to play with the robot.
No younglings, unless you want more spear practice.
Nope.
Now, can I help any of you? Or do you have any more questions about the service corps?
Oh,
Yes, Master. We had more questions.
Mm-hmm.
First, though, I wanted to apologize for the rash actions that I, at least myself, partook in.
You know, if you were a living being, I would assume you're capable of rash actions. But given that you're a droid, and I don't think you even have a reason to be here at the Jedi Temple, let alone to be allowed for the trials, I honestly don't care if you apologize to me or not.
Hmm. Yes, Master.
At that, Sam will stand up, and noble mode is on.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna walk up and she's gonna be like, "You are an honest man, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
and you like honesty.
Mm-hmm.
So I will honestly tell you, I'm not sorry for walking out.
Mm.
I felt that it was necessary because I don't agree with your statements.
Okay.
As such, I have never been a failure or a quitter. I may not have gotten along well with some of my masters, but I have never quit. As such, I will not accept what you have deemed appropriate for me, but I will wait and accept what the Force has deemed appropriate for me. I will go through your training, but I will go through your training with the intent to pass my trial."
That sounds very well and good. Do you know how much there is in the file about you and your family?
I'm sure that there's a lot, because, well, Jedi are nosy people.
Do you think genetics plays a role in a person?
Yes.
Do you think the apple falls near or far from the tree?
Depends where it fell and how it fell.
Hmm.
Was
See,
it plucked?
I think your parents were a failure. They were so much a failure, they sold you to us. I don't think the apple falls that far from the tree. I think you are a failure, and will continue to be one, as will your offspring and anyone to come after you. Anyone you train, anyone you take aside to try and help, will only fail because you are present in their life.
Yeah,
To
that's
which,
not.
to which she's just going to give, like, the sweetest smile and be like, "Well, we shall see, won't we? Because the Force works in ways that not all of us can comprehend sometimes. After all, Master Bree knew that now, didn't he?" And at which she'll, like, slightly bow and return back to her comrade's side.
He is literally grinning, ear hole to ear hole, multiple rows of teeth showing.
Yeah, Sam, when you started stepping back to get towards us, I was probably a lot closer to you than what you expected, like right back behind you.
Now, Ka, any questions from you?
The service course.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's agriculture, exploration.
Mm-hmm.
The others I'm not familiar with.
There's medical and education.
Aside from
Mm-hmm.
their obvious uses, what use do you see of the service course? What can they do for a Padawan?
Well, they provide a fantastic place for rehabilitation for those who do not make the cut as knights. They also perform very essential needs to people.
Mm-hmm.
People need food. People need to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
People need to be taught. And people need to know and explore. Do any of you actually know the Jedi Code?
Ka does, but I can't remember it.
Right.
Mostly. I mean, I have Force lore. I'm sure I do, as well as a few other codes.
Right. Like, odds are you guys would actually know it.
Yeah. Colin knows it. I know it. I just can't remember it off the top of my head right now.
If somebody would please read it off. Whoever is the first one to say it when he seems to be asking you guys to recite it.
Leslie remembers the Sith code better.
Can would it be really, really bad if Forbo just started giving the Gray Jedi code right now? There is no light without the dark, nor dark without the light. Through passion bound in patience there is knowledge. Through knowledge forged in strength there is power. Through power entwined with serenity there is harmony. Through harmony united with chaos there is balance. Through balance there is the Force. The Force shall set us free.
Does Forbode say that?
Yes. I read it like he'll lead with I read this in the temple back on the planet we started on,
Ossus.
Ossus, and I felt as though, although it's not the Jedi code, there's some truth to it.
His smile is gone. Droid. Are your audio receptors working? Do you need basic maintenance?
Most of the time.
Do you need maintenance now?
No, think so.
Did you need maintenance earlier today?
When earlier today, I had a tune-up this morning.
Because perhaps you may not have heard that I disagree with Bree. I disagree with his teachings. And really, I asked you for the Jedi Code, and you recite to me something on some far-flung temple on an abandoned planet, instead of telling me what it is you need to know to be a knight. I am incredibly frustrated at the moment. I am going to leave and meditate for a time. I will see you all on the landing pad tomorrow at noon. Bring a bag, nothing too much, day's worth of food or clothes or anything you may need, and we'll go from there.
Yes, Master.
And at that, he turns away, walks away.
So Leslie, as a player, has a question.
Okay, go for it.
Which Jedi Code time period are we utilizing?
We're going to be using the one that is, there is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony.
Okay.
There is no death, there is the Force.
Okay, that's
That's the one we're using.
All right.
So I picked the perfect of the gray ones then, on accident.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of the three that I know, I picked the right one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't say the right one. However,
In this situation.
Right.
the most fitting one, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now the right one, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yep, you got it.
I was like, are we on the 5-line mantra? What time are we in?
Yeah.
That's going to be, regardless of what canon Jedi Code is when, this is the one we're using for this campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go be frustrated in my room now.
Okay.
And maybe, actually, would there be training rooms that can be privately used?
Sure. Yep, there'd probably be some, and you know, if you walked into a room and it was just younglings training, and you said, hey, I need to use this room, they'd probably be like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Respect that one.
Yeah, she gonna go do that and de-stress in her way.
Cool.
'Cause she mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go observe other Jedi Masters or Jedi Knights and how they train younglings and Padawans.
Sure. Anything?
I'm gonna go fix my chest.
Okay. It's nothing like serious structural damage or whatever, but there's probably like a good dent there now.
He chipped your paint.
I'm definitely gonna rough that out.
If there's any paint left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much paint, no.
That one flake remaining on the chest gone.
Okay, so Sand goes to de-stress. Ka goes and sees some other Masters and Knights training, younglings and Padawans. They seem to be, in general, considerably more nurturing, at least it appears that way, than Karl's approach.
Well, yeah.
Most of them seem to be somewhere along the lines of a, like, parent-child or uncle, niece, or nephew kind of thing.
Okay.
They tend to be pretty close like that. They seem to be joking around a little bit with each other, and some of them you see are still more like stern-faced, like, no, stop that, Padawan, stop it.
Mm-hmm. That's stupid. Don't do that.
Right? Yeah, don't do that. Don't touch the oven; it's hot.
Yes, the blade is shiny. Don't touch it.
Right. But in general, they seem to be, at least at the temple here, most everyone seems to be pretty laid back.
Okay.
Yep. You maybe see like one or two who like you identify are harsh, like Hawk Carl.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask, you end up finding like, oh yeah, they were trained by Hawk Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Trainees do what they were trained.
Right. Go figure.
Yeah. The abused often abuse.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you guys managed to de-stress, chill, whatever it is you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you have anything in particular you guys want to do, Hawk Carl is waiting for you guys the next day at noontime at the landing pad.
Cool.
I'll clean up the room that I messed up.
Sure. Stuff thrown around everywhere, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they managed to buff that dent out.
Good. I'm glad. The lights probably haven't turned on.
Say again?
I'm still lightless at this point.
Right.
Like, they would have turned on a little bit when I walked out with Sand.
Right.
I had a moment with her. And then they went back off again after Sand just got verbally assaulted.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Would that be check mark 1?
Possibly.
Okay. I'm gonna gather all my stuff.
Okay.
Which isn't a lot.
Right.
Can I put my pet in a pet carrier and take it with?
Sure. Yep.
Before we go,
Uh-huh.
I want to go to like the library or the archives.
Sure.
And plug my data pad in.
Okay.
And then just like look through stuff and download stuff.
Sure. The archives here are fairly limited.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly on like more sort of fundamental stuff younglings and early Padawans would learn.
Mm-hmm.
But there's maybe like a few text and stuff that are aimed towards like older Padawans or knights.
Yeah. I'm gonna download those.
Okay.
As well as anything I can off the service course.
Sure. Yep.
And star maps.
Right.
For the love of God, star maps.
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then go to the ship.
Okay. Kaz going to the ship for Bode?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be there at noon.
Cool.
And very likely spout off the Jedi code when... the moment he's within earshot, I start saying the Jedi code.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just in unison.
Right.
Gonna go wearing my awesome black robe and.
With the clouds?
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'll even be there early.
Hey, Sam, you want to do something with me?
Potentially.
But the moment Carl is in near, I think we should start reciting the Jedi code.
The actual Jedi code or the one you said yesterday?
Or the heretical one.
Code.
You know, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yep. So there is a what looks to be something like a. It's larger than an airspeeder. It looks like it could probably go into atmosphere, and like leave atmosphere, but it doesn't look terribly big.
Mhm.
It's probably got like a piloting station of like one pilot, and then room for like 4 people in the cargo bay.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And Hakarl is standing in front of it. The ramp is lowered. He has a pretty large duffel bag in one hand, and he like tosses it up inside the ship. Well, good to see you all can at least count time.
He just looks confused.
Yes, master.
Time.
Like, get here on time.
Yeah,
You guys aren't
no.
late.
Counting time is just weird.
Right. What all did you bring?
Let me check my inventory real quick.
We'll
I
say,
forgot what was on there.
I brought myself in my normal cloak
Mm-hmm.
with a with my vibro sword, my blaster, and my other blaster. And Monkey, I have a question.
Yep.
So, could I have used that time, should
Uh-huh.
I spend a destiny point, to go to a certain bucket and grab a certain lightsaber to put in a certain compartment?
I'm gonna say
Theft.
you could have gone there,
Mhm.
but there probably would have been like a Jedi being there, like, bro, you don't have like permission yet for that. Like, I've
Okay.
received word you're supposed to receive it, but Mozzarella isn't here to like give me the official recognition that you're cool to get a lightsaber.
Mm.
So, like, once he gives me the official go-ahead, I'll be cool to get it for you. But, you know, I can't just
Now
be
just-
handing out lightsabers without all the proper paperwork.
I mean, and I'll tell him, yeah, I wasn't actually sure. He kind of was ambiguous on the time frame.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Okay. I do a quick little thank you and walk away.
Yeah. Cool.
So San has her holocom,
Uh-huh.
and she has her field journal. That's
Mhm.
now hers. And she has her pet and her robes. And she actually has a blaster pistol that she took from one of the guys that she crumpled into a
Sure.
poor mental state.
Yep.
And I'm going to say breakfast. She would have grabbed breakfast.
Okay.
Like breakfast to go.
All right.
Kyle has a Star Wars sandwich.
Okay.
A backpack.
Yep.
His data pad. A tent. His utility belt is on, and his concealing ropes over his black and blue clothes.
All right.
All the stuff's in his backpack,
Yeah.
except the sandwich. Which, for some unknown reason, just gets less and less.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I could eat it in front of him without him seeing.
Maybe. All right. Well, looks like you have enough stuff for a day or so. Hop up on in there, and we'll get underway.
Hop.
He gets into the pilot seat and waits for you guys all to get on board.
I'll wait for them to go.
Noble mode on.
Normal mode on.
What color lights are normal mode?
Oh God.
You're right, not normal mode, dark mode.
I'm just gonna get in and sit down.
So once everyone is inside, the ramp closes, ship takes off, and starts to fly. He ends up putting it on autopilot and coming back to the cabin where you guys are. He grabs the duffel bag, opens it up, and takes a smaller bag and throws it at each of you. It is pretty clearly a parachute backpack.
Oh,
I'm gonna just put that on now.
Yep.
Yep, we're gonna put that on.
So, why do you think I've given you all these?
I'm assuming we're jumping.
Mm-hmm. That's very astute.
Do we have to make our way back?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Survival training.
Uh-huh. For
Jedi Knight practice.
the Exploration Corps. Trying to
Oh,
get you guys to understand you're going to be in the service course. All right? So, one of the things the Exploration Corps has to do is survive, if their ship should crash. So, this is currently set on autopilot to crash into that mountain out there. I'm going to jump out the back of this. You all are free to do so if you choose, or you may wait for the crash. Take your luck with that. And I will see you all back at the temple. You are free to jump out in another hour or so. So you guys will have probably, it goes on for a while. It'll basically give you guys about a 3-day hike back to civilization.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take the crash. I see my wound threshold.
After you jump, never mind.
May the force be with you.
And you.
Can I turn the autopilot off? Like, is the autopilot like something you can turn on and off at will?
Yes, but it looks like this was hardwired in.
Okay. Half me wants to see if I can break it, just to break it, and then still crash it.
I mean,
I'll just gonna be like, Forebode, come over here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No.
The terrain beneath you guys, there's like one big mountain, a few neighboring hills, and then a lot of open grassland. Not like farm grain land or anything, but just tall grass, and you can see like creatures and stuff moving around in it, even from this high up.
He left the door open, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We can. Yeah. I don't care. I have a mask and eyes. Just bring it. Can I Can I still see the Jedi Temple?
Probably.
Or the compound. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are high enough up. You could probably still see it in the distance.
I'm just gonna keep watching it.
So
it's been about an hour.
Sure.
And then jump.
Okay.
Yay!
And away we go.
We're gonna prep the animal for the jump.
Okay.
Like,
We'll need food later.
Right.
No.
How many animals do you have, San?
Only one.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, do we each get to carry an animal on the way down?
Nope, only one.
We get the one snack later.
Besides, you never eat as far as I'm concerned, so.
Notice the sandwich is gone.
I mean, anything could have happened to it.
The droid could have eaten it.
For all I know.
Shh! Don't tell the secret.
Secretly, he's been feeding the droid.
Dang it, don't feed them after midnight.
He's been putting it in the secret compartment that even Forebode doesn't know about. So that one day he just opens it.
But yeah, like she's gonna secure everything and then whee.
Cool. You all can choose to give me some kind of check for this. I'm going to probably say either athletics or coordination to perform some kind of safe landing. Because it's, even with a parachute, it's not exactly perfect.
Athletics it is.
We had paratroopers training about a week ago.
Uh-huh.
There was one guy who went down, got back up. Next guy got down, got back up. The third guy got down, stayed down. And he didn't get up for quite a while.
Right.
And then people rushed to him.
Right.
I was at an OU game a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
and this dude, they did a cool parachute thing, and this guy was going down, and he went like this, almost. Like, his parachute was sideways where he was. He just kind of did this number for a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was kind of terrifying to watch, actually.
Difficulty?
I'm gonna say 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use athletics.
Okay.
I'm gonna use coordination.
Okay.
Athletics.
Alrighty.
Unless,
It's gonna be fancy.
Uh-huh.
unless,
Okay.
can I attack the ground?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Not
not in this case. If it was like, if you were able to justify it, like you're hitting the water to break the tension or something.
Yeah.
Do you know that doesn't actually work?
I know, but for the sake of coolness.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna roll now.
Okay.
Success and a...
Everyone succeeds. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll handle this one at a time.
You really succeed.
Right. So, Forebode. He succeeds and gets an advantage.
Can I get my strain back?
Sure. You know what? He lines it up just right and manages to chill out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. He gets a nice, cool, refreshing breeze in his droid face. Ka succeeds but gets a threat. I'm gonna say.
I'll say I had an idea.
Okay.
Since it was coordination with him landing, he knows that just landing like a stick is bad.
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna try and land and like tuck and roll.
Okay.
But as he does it, he kind of forgot about the backpack on his back.
Right.
And gets a little bit of strain on his back.
Sure. That sounds fine.
For a strain.
A strain. Sounds good. And then there's Sam.
Yeah.
But a triumph.
Who succeeds but gets threat and has a triumph. So...
Oh, thank you, wonderful story systems.
Right. So you're going to succeed at this, and you're going to get to do something awesome. I want you to tell me what awesome thing, and then I'll add on some threat at the end of it, okay?
All right. So, well, her main concern was to make sure that the animal is safe.
Uh-huh.
So, like, that was the biggest part of it. So, her whole goal is to land, not break her legs, and not jostle her animal.
Sure.
So she wants to do that as gracefully as possible.
I'm going to say you can do that just with a success.
All right, sweet. Triumph-worthy things.
Mm-hmm.
Triumph-worthy things.
Okay, so an example of a triumph-worthy thing in my mind is like there's an animal down there that's big enough for you to ride on. Like you come down in the parachute, you like unclip the parachute as you land on its back, and then it like rears up its front legs, and you ride off into the sunset. And you have a mount now, or something.
And I'm all chill, like, whoa.
That one. Absolutely that one.
I mean, I like that one.
Okay. That's to me, something crazy like that is kind of what a triumph sounds like to me.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
We're going to go with that.
All right. If you have a particular creature in mind.
You have a Bantha now.
Are they fast? Would they be here?
Banthas? No, probably not.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd be here. What are those lizard things that they ride
In episode 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you landed on one of those.
Sweet.
And it just accepts that you are the one riding it now. Like, it doesn't have a saddle or anything. It's just like whatever. That's not a neigh, but whatever lizard neigh sounds like.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yep. Sounds good. And the threat is
We have a bigger snack now.
you get all that, but then it immediately starts taking off running. Like, it eventually calms down, but it's going to put you probably, like, an hour different place than where you started.
I mean, it's cool. I have a mount.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, given all that, Ka and Forebode probably landed in a relatively similar area, while, because of the lizard thing, San is now, like, about an hour away in tall grass.
Awesome.
Yep.
Lovely.
There are more Pokemon in there. It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's still probably, like, mid-afternoon at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Onward to the sound.
Yeah, we've got 3 days to get there. And now we have to go find San.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to follow the trail in the grass.
Sure.
Gonna work on calming down my new lizard mount.
Sure. Does San stay put, or does San try and continue on
She would have backtracked, like, to where her...
to meet up with them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then you guys managed to all get back together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can they fit on the lizard mount?
Yes, they find you on a lizard mount.
No, can they fit?
Oh, I'm going to say in theory, space-wise, they could, but it probably couldn't support all of your guys' weight.
Forebode. Dang
It could probably
so
handle
fat.
a person and your guys' packs, but not 3 whole people.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, San will offer for a pack, like, to put stuff on so that people don't have to carry it.
If I
I
had
have a
pack, I would
backpack,
appreciate
but I have nothing in the backpack. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I mean, I offer a blaster. Like, this will probably be more useful than a lightsaber up there if you want it.
she'll, like, pull hers out. I mean...
You gave her what I wanted.
You didn't get a triumph.
I know, right?
Nor do you train the animals.
No, I don't do the animals like you do.
No.
Yeah. So you guys still meet up. It's nearing late afternoon. And, yeah, the sun is starting to set in the distance. It's turning all orangey.
You and I have a very different opinion of what late afternoon is.
Okay. All right. When I think afternoon, I think almost sunset. Like, late afternoon is basically sunset.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so just so you guys know what I'm thinking.
Okay, sure.
You should just start not using those words and just tell us where the sun's at in the sky.
Yeah, really.
Okay.
should. Yeah, I would go
Alright.
with that one.
Okay. Yeah, it's nearing sunset.
Okay. All right. I look at them. You guys want to make camp or continue going?
Let's keep going.
I will say I can go as long as I need to, really.
I can go as long as the boga can go.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Walking towards the Jedi Academy.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty chill. As like it becomes nighttime, you guys start to hear like crickets going off and stuff. Little chirps here and there.
Yep.
The occasional rustling in the grass, and like you see a small creature like dart away or something, but nothing too big at the moment.
Okay.
Do they have purple eyes?
Nope.
I worry that you had to think about it.
Nope, definitely no purple eyes.
Okay.
Does the boga have purple eyes?
No. No.
Let me get a purple Sharpie and just draw on that. Yeah, no, keep on walking. I'm going to use perception
Okay.
and see if there's anything around us.
Sure. Go for it.
Really worth checking out.
Sure.
Difficulty?
I'm gonna say 2. There's some tall grass, but
Cool.
it's nothing too hard.
Can I use survival to make sure he doesn't kill himself while he does that, and she
Sure.
doesn't, you know,
2 successes.
Okay.
do stuff?
Yep. Go for it.
Oof. That's gonna be a fun roll. 2 difficulty still?
Yeah.
Okay. Meh.
So you basically do a saved your life kind of thing. He's like looking through the tall grass. He spots something, and you're like, saved your life. And you just pull him back. Yeah. Threw him off a little bit.
I'm gonna look at it and be like, it was a rabbit.
What's a rabbit?
Something. Go fetch. You eat it.
Yeah, but Cod does see. He does notice some things in the area. There are some little animals, some birds chirping, crickets, and in the distance he can hear what sounds like 2 or 3 humanoids talking, and like the occasional like flashlight lamp, like light going up into the sky or whatever as somebody's like moving around, and then it goes back down to like grass level.
Okay. Stealth mode.
Mhm.
Since everybody else has modes.
Right.
Also, so that they can see, I'm gonna go sneak up on the humanoid voices.
Okay. Cool. Give me the stuff.
What is my stuff? Same as everything else.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a purple, a red, and a blue. Because it's nighttime and stuff.
It is nighttime.
Yeah. Well,
Lot of advantage though.
you are spotted by them.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
you have a lot of advantages to
Yeah.
spend.
I do. They're not hostile.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm gonna get a strain back.
Okay. Yeah. You don't. It doesn't look like you're trying to jump them.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I am trying to jump him. Just we heard a noise, so I
Uh-huh.
came to investigate.
Sure. You see what looks to be like 3 humans in like I guess you would call it like official Republic like uniforms.
Oh, cool.
They've got like some blaster pistols on their hips,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got flashlights they're shining around looking for stuff.
Cool. I'm just gonna go up to him and be like, "Hello."
Oh, you must be a Jedi from the temple?
Yes.
Ah, what are you doing all the way out here for?
Survival training.
Oh, sure. Have you, they sort of look between each other. Have you seen anything around here?
A rabbit.
That's not, have you
I
seen
don't
a
know what a
crashed
rabbit is.
ship anywhere around here?
Well, we jumped out of a ship.
It should be exploding that way.
Yeah, I can just see for both being like, it should crash right about. There it is.
That's, not what we meant.
Oh.
There was a ship that left from the temple
Hmm.
that was supposed to go to Coruscant
Hmm.
that never made it.
Do you know when it left?
Wait,
Yesterday?
Oh.
early morning, afternoon-ish?
Yeah, about there is when the manifest said.
Ah, okay, yeah, now I see who it's supposed to be.
Did it get shot down? Did it crash? Did it
Honestly,
disappear?
don't know. The records say that it left the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and there has been 0 communication. There was something being transported on it that we were told was of some importance.
Do you know who was supposed to be on the transport?
I do not know. I don't know them personally, even though I've worked around here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it said a Master Mozzarella
Yes.
was
yeah.
escorting the cargo.
Okay.
Why are you looking in this area? If there's no communication, why specifically here?
We're doing a pretty broad sweep. We are hoping that it was something small, like
Mm-hmm.
there was a miner overlooking in the like in the maintenance or something, and so they had to set it down and have to hike back somewhere.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, they landed it somewhere and they're on foot huffing it to civilization.
Yeah.
And really, we don't want to think about the alternatives. We weren't told what the cargo was, but we were told it was important, and it's a security risk that we don't get it back.
Okay.
Gonna walk over on have my lizard walk over. Yep.
Oh, there's more of you.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're the team for. Actually, we're for Mr. Motts.
Oh. So did you talk with him recently then?
We talked to him 2 days ago or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Before we left.
Okay. All right. Did he say any? Did he seem out of the ordinary? Did he seem nervous or stressed or afraid about anything?
He seemed like his normal vague self.
That's what we were told to expect.
Yeah.
Great.
It's been loads helpful.
Oh, I'm sure, but you guys are Jedi or something. I'm sure you're used to vagueness or something.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of vague, can you see something? Anything?
I'll do another perception check.
No. Can you see anything?
You see, it's just one image.
Okay.
But you see yourself standing besides a burning, like, willow tree with Master Mozzarella sitting at the base of the tree, a crashed spaceship nearby, and a definitely empty casket.
Alright. Kyle looks... There's no reason to explain why Kyle looks like he has his eyes and face covered.
Right.
He also has a hood. Okay, Stan, can I borrow your lizard? As soon as she says I'm just gonna jump on the back.
She's gonna be like, it's okay.
I'm gonna do a perception check so that I have, a height advantage.
Sure.
To see if I can't find any willow trees.
Sure.
I'm gonna get the lizard to lift him up on his tail.
Cool.
And higher.
I can dig it. So it's gonna be I'm gonna say 2 perception or 2 difficulty. You're gonna get a boost die because of elevation.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a setback because it's dark.
I have night vision.
Oh, then it's fine. Bring it.
I shouldn't say that to the DM. 3 success and 2 advantage.
There is a hill with what looks to be, it's hard to tell what kind of tree it is, but there is distinctly a hill in the distance that's rising up above the grasslands with a single tree on the top. And there is no, that's what you see.
Okay. Republic soldier.
Yes, Jedi.
Can I see your binoculars?
Sure.
I'm gonna look at that hill.
Looks like the same willow tree. It's not on fire though.
All right. We should go to that willow tree.
Is this a force thing again?
Of many things, yes.
Okay, I mean, you just need, all right.
Yeah.
She's gonna get the lizard to let you down, though.
Yeah. He doesn't do too well with animals.
Did you see something, Jedi?
I saw a willow tree.
Okay.
And I have a strong feeling that we will meet Master Motts there at some point in the next day or so.
Well, I guess we'll accompany you then.
All right.
I see no reason not to.
I see no reason for you not to either.
Sure. We'll go meet up with the rest of our search party.
Okay.
If you're gonna come with us, we'll make sure we'll radio with them to head that direction. They'll have some. Did you guys bring? You didn't bring tents with you, I'm guessing, by the exploding.
I have a tent.
Oh, all right. we'll provide some tents and sleeping bags for whatever if you guys need anything.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Along the way, they make some like sort of idle chit chat with you guys. Like, so what's it like being a Jedi? Like, do they custom make those robes for you guys, or do like you guys go to like Jedi R Us and pick up like? Is there fashion trends in those things, or what is that?
Just
They
gonna
ask a lot of
hold.
questions like that.
Just gonna hold my super special robe.
Yeah. Like, is that normal or?
Jedi robes are mostly one and the same,
Mm.
except for a few. Looks at San.
Shh, it's fashionable.
Though some vary depending on, just like their lightsaber, some of them decide to put a little more of themselves into their robes.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Are
I've
you
had
guys?
these for like 60 years, so.
Wow, never seen a droid Jedi before.
No one has, or will.
I'm not a Jedi yet. Soon.
Oh.
Soon.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you guys drink yet, or should I not drink? They pull out some flasks. Like,
Some do, some don't.
all right.
You shouldn't
Personally,
drink and drive.
Oh,
We're not driving.
Lizard.
Maybe he wants some too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just make some idle chit chat with you guys about stuff like that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Eventually, they meet up with the other party. They set up some tents in a clearing of tall grass.
Do they all look like Republic soldiers?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You see some of the other ones have like rifles and look to be more geared up for like a confrontation than the party you met up with.
Yeah.
But overall, they all are in uniform, have some weapons, like very clearly identified as Republic soldiers.
So, what was this thing being transported again?
Yes.
We were not briefed on what it was. We just know there's something that was being transported.
Is the thing dangerous, or the things that want the thing dangerous?
I just watched this episode.
We were not briefed on that.
Mm-hmm.
All we know is that there was something that was a security risk on board that Jedi Master Mozzarella was supposed to be escorting to safer confinement.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Seems Master Motz is vague even with, security risks.
Right. Well, I mean, we're just here to oversee some basic legal things. We don't try to get into Jedi business too much.
Mm-hmm.
We like to leave you guys to your own devices as long as you guys leave us to ours.
Yep. Well, we appreciate the help.
Oh, sure, anytime. Jedi are still citizens, I suppose.
Question.
Yeah.
How far are we from Farmer Joe's house?
This is like the opposite direction of Farmer Joe's from the temple.
All right, never mind.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Are we there yet?
I'm gonna look for some food once we get there.
Sure, yeah. They set up tents, they're eating, passing around stuff, and be like, hey, here, have some food.
Cool.
Have some drink.
Grab some food, put it in the backpack. The same way that he eats stuff.
Mm-hmm. They sort of like talk to you guys around the fire, like, a lot of the ones who hadn't like been walking with you ask a lot of the same questions, like, do all Jedi wear those? Do they get them custom made? Is there just like a Jedi or us kind of thing? Or they're like, yeah, we asked them the same question.
Gonna take care of my boga.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's taken care of.
Right.
My other little pet.
Sure. they're helpful to you guys. They help you feed them and everything. And like, do you want a saddle? We don't have one here, but there's probably someone in the area that could sell you one or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Seems comfortable as it is.
All right, sure, what else? Yeah, it's all good. So it's by this point it's pretty well night.
Yeah.
They say yeah we'll camp here for the night and then we'll head out in the morning to the willow tree because you believe there's gonna be something happening there.
Yep.
All right. And I guess we just wait then.
Well, until we move out.
Well, I mean, like when we get there. Do we have a plan for when we get there?
How far away are we? How far away actually are we from the willow tree?
Probably like 3-4 hours.
Okay.
3-4 hours walk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What's the time based on ride?
It's probably gonna be faster than that, assuming that it's not afraid to run headlong into tall grass that it can't see through.
I mean lizard.
Right. Like the tall grass is tall enough that it can't see straight through. Like it can't see over it.
Okay,
So,
makes sense.
Yeah, it's gonna probably still like be hesitant to just run full speed into things it can't see.
It's one heck of a survival check.
Right, exactly.
Or influence.
Right.
You guys want to just keep going, since you can only see so far into the future, or
Rather than
however
you
that
can.
works.
No, we should rest and regroup before we head out. We'll head out with them.
Okay. I'm gonna find me a good spot, and with my blaster rifle scoped out, watch that hill all night.
Cool.
What's the tallest thing there?
The grass. Maybe one big rock, like a boulder.
I'm gonna go sit on the boulder.
Okay. Cool.
And I watch.
Sure.
Going to stay with the lizard and the pet because they'll probably alert me if things are going on.
Right.
I'll also keep you warm.
Mm-hmm.
Is the lizard really keeping me warm?
I mean... yeah.
Do I even need to stay warm?
No, there's like a fire and stuff. They're taking care of you guys.
Yeah, fire only gets you from one direction.
No, I meant as a Nautilin.
Oh. Not like you're cold-blooded. You need to stay warm, but like it's cold in the open countryside, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
You need to stay warm. Yeah.
KK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, the night passes uneventfully. One of the guys maybe sits with Ka on lookout at the boulder. Another one talks with Forebode about like, oh, what kind of rifle is that? Like, you done any custom work on that, or is that just stock?
Mostly stock. I've adjusted the sights here to fit more with my visual receptors.
Oh, sure.
I got the trigger slightly more hairline. I don't really have to do much to, actually fire. The guard has been completely taken off the trigger. Like, there's no trigger guard on this.
Sure. Cool.
The stock kind of fits, and I kind of show on my arm that like how it just like locks in to my joint right there, so it doesn't move at all.
Yeah.
But there's not too much more than that.
Okay. Cool. Nice. There. This here's one of my prized rifles. It's got like one of those stocks that comes to like a C shape or whatever at the end.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one of those, and it's got like a sling on it. Other than that, it looks like a fairly standard blaster rifle.
I look at the sling and I say, "Hey, what did you want for that sling?"
I mean, realistically, or
Yeah, I've been looking for a sling for my rifle, but I've been doing Jedi stuff. There's not much rifles, first off, and not much opportunity to go shopping for a sling, secondly.
Sure. I'm kind of attached to this rifle the way it is. I don't know if I'd be willing to part with the sling. Yeah. But hey, if when we make it back to like one of the bigger cities or something, I'll see about if I can find you one.
Oh,
I'll want a finder's fee or whatever, but
yeah.
I'll see if I can scrounge up one.
Awesome. I'll see if I can scrounge up some credits.
All right then.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good mutual relationship.
I enjoy that.
All right. And then the night passes uneventfully, unless you guys have anything in particular. Cool. The sun eventually rises. The Republic men and probably women too, whatevs.
Yeah.
Get up. They pack up camp and get everything ready and be like, all right, we're about to head out. You all ready?
Already packed and ready.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Start walking.
Yep. It's pretty uneventful. There is the weather is it's like clear skies, but there is some winds picking up a little bit. There is also sort of a growing feeling of dread. Not that you guys are afraid, but that there's something you guys can sense without even having to try to reach out to the Force.
Okay.
Yep.
Am I feeling this?
Not yet.
Okay.
There will come a time.
I know. I'm trying to figure out my actual connection to the Force right now. I'm gauging where I'm at.
Right.
You're a droid. You don't have any.
No, everything has a connection to the Force. It's just a matter of can you.
All living things, yeah.
Oh, we've even discussed how mechanics have some sort of connection.
Heresy! Heresy!
I mean, I am made out of natural materials and energy. All of which through the Force uses.
You are right, Forbode. Every living thing has a connection to the Force.
I still believe it goes a bit deeper than that.
Ka, don't encourage his heresy.
The Republic soldiers are just kind of like, what? What are they talking about? I don't know. It's Jedi stuff. They're weird. Just let them be. They said there's something over here at the tree.
No. I'm gonna sort of lead the pack.
Sure. Right. When you guys eventually get up to the tree, the hill itself is pretty barren except for grass.
Yep.
And the feeling of dread or whatever has only grown stronger the closer you guys have gotten to the tree. At the moment, it's still morning, maybe 10.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's clear skies, wind blowing. Dread.
Okay.
So, what did you see again, Carl?
Sam, do you feel that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go climb the tree.
As soon as you touch the tree, the feeling is intensified.
So the source is the tree.
The source is the tree.
Got it.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it's as if you know how there are places in Star Wars where the dark side is present?
Yeah.
This tree seems to be one of those dark side nexus points.
Got it.
Don't touch the tree.
Would Kyle know anything about that? Know much about that?
He's probably maybe heard once or twice that the idea that in the galaxy there may exist places where people more naturally find the light side or dark side.
Yeah.
But probably nothing more in depth than that.
Okay. San, Forbode.
Yes.
Come touch this tree and tell me what you feel.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna get off my lizard, walk over, carefully touch the tree.
I'm gonna take 2 steps back.
Yeah. So Forbode feels bark and wood.
Does he actually feel?
And probably there's some vague sense that something is wrong. It's nothing like... It's hard to describe a feeling that a droid would experience when it's not like... There's probably somewhere in the back of his mind a bell going off being like, something is wrong here.
Yeah, so I mean, I immediately like hand off like,
right,
Master at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong
San can also immediately feel a sense of like darkness, like oppressive darkness, when she touches the tree.
Hey, you over here, touch the tree.
Oh, just one of the Republic soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. One of them comes over, like, all right. He touches it, and he gets like
The heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, he's like, nope. I don't know what you Jedis are doing, but we're gonna sit at the base of the hill, all right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll watch from down there.
Yeah.
This is where you guys said to come. We'll be around, but I don't like this. I don't like this place. The animals also seem skittish.
Yeah, I was gonna say she would have left the animals like further away from the tree.
Sure.
She's actually going to like move around the tree and be like, where does it feel the most evil?
Mm-hmm.
Is it up there? Is it down here? Is it over here?
Probably the closer you guys get to the roots.
Okay.
So like the further down. So if she sits on one of the roots,
Right.
it's like, oh my gosh, I'm on the throne of evil.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Like a feeling of, like, she knows it's morning, but it feels like she can't see the light of day.
Would an appropriate response be to kill it?
That is a reasonable reaction to this.
Hey, forebode.
I go put my hand back on the tree, like, and just hold it there, trying to get this feeling again, and look over to Kyle, go, yes?
You downloaded a bunch of Jedi stuff. You got anything on how to destroy a dark side tree?
Probably not specifically, but, I mean, I know I've researched dark side and light side artifacts.
Cool. Search.
Alrighty.
It,
What's the difficulty, Matthew?
Given that it's kind of an obscure topic, I'm gonna say like a 4.
I'm using it. You can't use it. I'm using it.
Okay.
Because I need to use it on that.
Sure.
Alright. Wow.
A net nothing.
so failure.
Yeah.
Wow.
But nothing bad happens.
Right. Nothing exceptionally bad happens.
That's an impressive roll.
Right.
Yeah, Kyle. Nothing particularly towards dark side tree artifacts.
Okay.
So while they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
can I activate my lightsaber and like stab the evil root?
That's what I was about to do. Is just stab it.
Okay.
I still have that one grenade if we want to, more effectively destroy said tree.
I mean, I just want to see how it reacts
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
to dying.
I've still got my hand on it, Matthew, by the way. Am I still feeling that really strange thing that I've never felt before?
Right.
In the back of my head?
It's like your programming that tells you to like your it's sort of like your fight or flight like programming would be kicking in. Like there's definitely a sense of like either I need to kill this to survive or I need to run away from this because it will destroy me kind of feeling.
Do I feel that more the longer I hold it, or is it still the same constant?
It's a constant sense of and a consistent sense of this thing wants me dead.
Okay. Then at that point I'll take my hand off and draw my blaster again.
Okay.
So what happens when sand stabs it?
Stabby stab.
The blade slowly sinks into the tree. It's not like a normal thing where you could just cut it. It seems like it's really, really dense or something.
For a lightsaber? Oh, God.
Right. And there is a horrifying shrieking sound that escapes as you, like, plunge the blade into the tree. It's as you're sticking the blade into the tree that immediately all of your guys' comms, including your holocom, start getting a message coming in. It's saying, this is Master Mozzarella, this is an emergency landing. We're experiencing some difficulties. Please, any Jedi that hear this, I need your help. We're crashing at these coordinates. Please come see if you can recover us. We need any Knights and Masters that are available.
Is this a recording?
No, it seems to be live broadcast on like all signals.
Where are the coordinates?
About where the tree is.
I'm gonna deactivate my lightsaber and move.
You guys, you have pretty solid perception.
Yeah.
You can see, like, it's not too hard to see given that there's clear skies. There's definitely a ship coming in at dangerously high speed with fire coming out the side of it.
No!
Gonna get on the lizard and move away.
I thought the lizard was at the base of the hill.
No, like not at the base, just further from the tree.
Got it.
I know better. Because Matthew.
Just be like, Republic, I found your shuttle.
That's
I
right
can catch
there.
it, right? I mean, I took a rock to the chest earlier, so I can take this, right? I can just catch it.
Yes.
I'm running the heck away now.
It comes screeching in and collides like into the side of the hill next to the tree. There's explosion of fire. Tree catches on fire.
Good.
The shrieking sound is intensified. It's as if every what do you call those? You don't really call them leaves, do you?
Off a weeping willow?
Yeah.
I mean, there's leaves on them, I think.
Leaves and branches.
All right. So it sounds like every single one of those is a screeching, screaming person. Like a cacophony of shrieks.
Huh. I'm gonna go run to the shuttle now.
I was gonna say I don't have time for screaming tree.
The back. Well, actually, you guys get up to it. It's it's crashed. It's damaged.
Yep.
There's fire everywhere.
Yep. I'm gonna cut a hole.
Sure. You cut a hole in the back or the side of it.
Let's do the back.
Okay. Cut a hole in the back. You can see there's one mozzarella slumped alongside a looks to be empty coffin in the middle of the cargo part of the ship.
Okay. I'm gonna go kneel next to him and see if he's okay.
He is breathing faintly.
Okay. Is he unconscious?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick him up and take him out of there.
Okay.
I go for the pilot.
There is currently no pilot in the vessel.
Is there anyone else in the vessel?
You find no pilot or anyone else. It looks like there was probably remains of someone, like there's blood splatter in one of the chairs where there probably was a person, but there's currently no other individual in the ship besides Mozzarella.
Can I pick up the coffin then?
It's a large, heavy coffin.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably drag it out of there. Like, not straight up lift it, but you could probably drag it.
Then yeah, I mean, that's the thing they were transporting. I'm dragging it out.
Sure. Cool.
As soon as I get out holding mozzarella, I'm going to yell for a medic.
Right. Yeah. One of them comes up with a first aid. Another one's radioing like, we got a crash. We get send somebody over with better medical. We need evac. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and I'm going to try to use Force Heal.
Okay. Sure.
Ooh.
Can I use Force Heal? Yes, I can.
All of the force heals.
Okay.
One moment.
So, there is one particular wound. There is a large... It seems to be the only wound he suffered, but it seems to be like a large black spike, like stabbed into his shoulder. And it's like jet black, like the blackest of black.
Well, we're not going to pull it out because that sounds like a bad idea.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I mean,
It
We're
sounds
gonna
really dark side.
we're gonna pull it out while healing, like if that makes sense.
Sure.
Like
sure,
do
sure.
it in a very medical fashion, and have the other medic people like, all right, you do this while I do this.
Right.
Everybody, all right.
So you go to start healing the wound, and then you draw to pull the thing out, right?
Yeah, like it's like the simultaneous, like I'm
Okay.
taking it out and healing as it's coming out.
Cool. When you touch the black rod,
Uh-huh.
like his eyes are closed, but to you it looks like there's an overlay of purple eyes over his,
Oh god.
like looking at you.
Well, we're gonna definitely get that out.
Sure.
Yep. And like we're gonna kind of like give him the look, like I see you, I know you see me, I see you.
Right.
Like
And
recognition.
the rest of you guys, to you, it looks like her eyes are changing. What eyes are your color normally?
I think they're. Hold on. I think they're black. That's what I think I said they were. Yeah, they're black, like solid black.
They're a distinctly dark purple. Not the same purple, but a very dark purple, while she is holding the black rod.
Okay.
You should put that down.
I'm gonna wait for her to pull it out,
Sure.
and
Oh, she hasn't pulled
then
it out yet, sorry.
push, and then like throw it away,
Okay.
or like throw it, and then
Put it in the fire.
cut it.
Again, while you hold it, like
Mm-hmm.
when you look at people, there seems to be an overlay of purple eyes over theirs, regardless of whether their eyes are open or closed.
Weird. I'm gonna kill it.
Yep.
Can I see that?
I'm gonna cut it with my lightsaber.
Do you? So he takes it. He tries to cut it. Does forebode touch the spike at all?
If I can, like, if you guys, like, show something on your faces that look concerning, that I'm assuming is similar to the willow tree incident, I'll be curious to touch it to see if I feel anything, because I felt something, and it's weird, and I want to see if I can do it again.
Sans was more a momentary. I see you. I know you see me.
Mhm.
Now I gotta heal this guy. So.
Right.
Regardless of how Ka feels, he generally has no expression because he has a mask and goggles.
That's a decent point. Alright.
Yeah, you cut it in half or whatever.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything happen?
Are you still holding part of it?
Yeah.
Yep. People still have purple eyes over them.
Okay.
Put it down.
Well, yes. I'm gonna drop it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna start cutting it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put it in a baggie.
Okay. That's happening.
It's evidence.
Dark side evidence that I don't know how to destroy it yet.
Right.
So far, the only thing I've been taught is cut it in half.
Right. And you successfully cut it in half in smaller pieces.
Yay.
Hooray.
Easy
Yeah.
to manage pieces.
Yay.
Easy to spread into the world pieces.
And you notice when you do not directly touch it, like if you touch it through a bag, you don't get that weird.
Overlay.
Right.
Okay.
Gonna keep healing the mozzarella.
Must say, is the mozzarella unconscious at this point?
He's probably starting to come to. Like, why are you here?
Got a radio call.
Where is he?
You mean the guy that was in the coffin? I'm assuming there was a guy in the coffin.
Where's the coffin?
It's right here, basically 2 feet from you.
He like tries to move his head, and he's very weak, so it like takes a little bit of work to get there.
I'll like help him.
Okay, cool. Was there anyone else?
There was a blood smatter in the pilot's seat. There wasn't even really remains to remove from the ship. The tray seems to be in pain too.
He seems to have a sad and concerned look on his face. We should leave here.
Is there somebody we should be looking for?
Be wary of any man you see.
Well, we've got an entire platoon of rebel soldiers, not rebel, sorry, Republic soldiers down there.
You all would be the best to look for. If you see blue, do not confront. Just run.
Wait, you mean 4 pieces blue?
Right.
Oh.
Dun dun
All the pieces
dun.
together?
Okay. Okay.
Master, he didn't have any arms last time I saw him.
You best stop. Like as you're asking him the question, he's like,
Convenient story.
Yep.
Gonna put Master Mozzarella on the lizard.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. The Republic soldiers have already like packed up everything and are like they're already like forming a line through
Yeah, they're
like,
just like, you
through
know
the
what,
grass
let's
like
go.
go.
Everybody move to the Jedi Temple.
Right.
Gonna get on the lizard.
Go.
Yeah.
Although I am going to take out my data pad and find a map and like mark the tree
Mhm.
and then the crash site and just book it.
Sure.
I was gonna say, like, get some of the leaves from the tree to put in the baggie with the
With the dark side baggie.
Yes,
Wait, what do you mean dark side baggy?
because evil things that are evil.
Did this?
How on fire is the tree?
It's pretty on fire at the moment.
It'd be very painful to pluck a leaf, wouldn't it?
Probably yes.
Would
I
you like
think
me to
it'll
go
be
get-
fine.
Would
Right.
you like me to go get a leaf?
Do either of you who touched the spike look back at the tree as you guys leave?
Yes.
I'm looking to see how on fire it is, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely two, like, large, what's the opposite of opaque? Translucent?
Sure.
Two fairly translucent, large purple eyes, like, looking out from the tree. Like, hidden in the leaves, just watching.
There's again that look of, I see you, and I see you seeing me.
I'm gonna be like, okay, good. So I'm the only one who doesn't see this.
Right.
Burbo, do you see the purple eyes?
No. Where's the purple?
Alright, we're
eyes?
gonna leave now.
Wait, where are the purple eyes?
Leaving now.
Gonna get on the lizard and, like, basically stabilize Master Motz while on the lizard to
Yeah.
ride away.
Right.
Yeah, I've
You
got
guys
my
made-
vibro sword
made,
out and running with them.
Oh,
What?
I got my vibro sword out as I'm running with them.
oh, sure. Yeah. You guys make pretty good pace as you flee the scene of the fiery crash tree thing.
I'm gonna use the communicator
Mhm.
and see if I can't radio the Jedi Temple.
Sure. Yeah, you can probably pick up from here. Who do you? Sure. Somebody on the other line picks up.
Okay.
Yes, this is Jedi Temple Air Control. How can I help you today?
Master Moss's shuttle has crashed.
Oh,
These coordinates.
that's terrible news.
We've retrieved him.
Uh-huh.
We are coming back to the temple with a squad of Republic soldiers
Okay.
with Master Motz.
Mhm.
If you could spare an airspeeder.
Oh, absolutely. I'm already arranging to send over a ambulance speeder on the way.
All right. Here are our coordinates.
Mhm.
And some like updated coordinates as we
Check.
move.
Tell him no cargo. We didn't retrieve the cargo.
Also, the cargo that Master Motz was carrying is also back at his crash coordinates.
There is silence on the other end of the line
Mhm.
for a little bit. I have notified the security forces. There is currently that medical speeder on the way,
Okay.
along with 10 Jedi Masters and 30 Knights on the way.
Okay.
Please remain where you are. We are moving to those coordinates as fast as we can. Do not move from your current coordinates. Stay safe, but stay relatively stationary so we can find you quicker.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Monkey.
Yep.
Can I use a destiny point to have looked better in the coffin? I intended to ask earlier, but I...
Oh, sure, yeah.
So what would I have seen in said coffin?
You would have seen some blood spatter.
Okay.
And you would have seen some black, like jet black fragments that look almost like obsidian or like flakes of stone in there.
Nice. Like flakes of it, not actual things to pick up and mess with.
Right. Not like a spike, but
yeah,
like almost like shavings or something.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep. And decidedly not a person in there.
Yeah. Or pieces of a person.
Right, definitely.
All the pieces were gone, right?
Yeah. Yep, all pieces were missing.
Because that concerns me a little bit.
Yeah, right.
We're going to activate our lightsaber when we hear the people say stay stationary and stay safe, and 30...
I will be sure to relay the information to them that we should stay put.
Right. Yeah, the Republic soldiers like form a circle around you guys.
Yep.
Like they take up stations and like, all right, we don't know what you got us into, but like it's been good knowing you, Fred. But I think whatever comes, it was good working alongside you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand next to him with a lightsaber drawn, right? And be like, yeah, it's been good with you too.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever sat with me on the boulder, I'm gonna be right next to them.
Right.
Blaster in one hand, vibro sword in the other, and I'm standing with my buddy.
Gonna stay on my lizard with Master Mott's. My lightsaber drawn. My pet.
Yeah.
Perception check?
Sure. Why not?
From
Difficulty?
2.
One success and 2 advantage.
Okay. You notice 2 important things.
Okay.
1, you can see the speeders, 1 medical speeder and 2 like speeders that you can already see lightsabers sticking out of, like en route.
All right.
And going at very high speeds.
Okay.
The other thing you see and hear is the tree has only gotten louder, and like the smoke, rather than like rising and dispersing, is like vaguely forming a humanoid shape, like around the eyes.
Nope.
Hey guys, the smoke is forming a thing around Purple Eyes.
Do I see the thing at least, Monkey?
There is definitely a like smoky humanoid figure. You don't see Purple Eyes at the moment.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that thing.
I'm gonna radio to the speeders.
Get here faster! Right. It is currently like it gets to like a race where like it's like raising its hand and like starting to bring it down.
Oh, I'm shooting at it.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a ranged attack.
Oh man, yeah. If there's an actual hand that's swatting down at us.
Yeah. The giant smoky hand raises up and then starts to slowly crash down towards you guys.
Force move to push it away.
Okay.
See if first can I even do it. Nope.
You could spend a destiny point on that.
I know I could.
What's my difficulty, Matthew?
I'm gonna say 2.
It's a big hand.
Right.
Cool.
Hard to miss.
I'll give you a boost die for that.
Got it. Rolling.
Miss this, it'll be very sad.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, you shoot it, and those blaster bolts go right through the hand.
I mean, I figured as much, but
the hand like slows with each like bolt, but it doesn't totally stop, and there's no like cries of pain or anything. It just like seems to be slowing as you shoot it.
Okay.
guys, the blasters affected. All Republic guys start shooting at that.
The soldiers open fire!
That sort of thing.
Okay. Pew, 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 pew. If he
Yeah.
gets close enough, I'm gonna slash it with a lightsaber.
Sure.
Oh yeah, if it gets that close, Vibro Sword's much
Oh.
better than light ranged.
I am going to take my lizard and the injured Master Mott's closer to this medical speeder
Okay.
because I feel like that's a wiser idea.
Right.
Because incapacitated.
It's like, no, son, sit stay.
It's like, bye guys, have fun.
Yeah. Cool. So you rush over to the medical speeder. Knights and masters hop out of their speeders and charge forward. It's at this point that like it's pulled its hand up and like a giant like smoke blade has formed,
Oh dear lord.
and then it like brings it swinging down towards you guys. Anyone who is trying to resist it can go ahead and give me a check.
Lightsaber
What?
check?
Sure.
Can I get people out of the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Like, me and my buddy, we're getting out of there.
Right.
Difficulty boost, setback, anything?
It's gonna be a 1 difficulty for this. Because there's so many knights and masters, like
Mhm.
you only have to try to stop a portion of it.
Okay.
Can I use athletics to physically get out of the way with my lizard?
Sure, go for that.
'Cause,
I'll say, yeah. I pick up my buddy who's probably going to get sliced or smushed. I'm not really sure how that works with Braun
Right.
and pick him out of the way.
Is Shark Man there?
Yes, yeah, he is one of the ones like he's probably actually one of the first guys to like get there in front of you guys to like help you guys fight the blade.
Okay. With my 2 advantage,
Yep.
Can I stand next to him and basically show being like of equal
Sure,
lightsaberness
sure.
as him?
Yeah, you get up there and you show your stuff.
Sweet.
It's probably not going to be equal,
Well, yeah.
given that but
Yeah.
I feel it.
Not showing strain.
Right.
ignore that force point.
Right. That's fine.
But that's a triumph.
Yeah.
'Cause lizard, man, it's the lizard.
The lizard is the best. Lizard is instant triumph.
Oh god.
Okay, so we've got 2 things going on. Forebode.
Yes.
He's doing his thing. He got success and advantage. A lot of advantage and success.
I've got a human dude under one arm.
Sure.
I've got a vibro sword in another, and
Uh-huh.
I'm batting it away while I'm like moving out of the way with this guy.
Sure, yeah. I
Yeah.
get that. Like little smoky tendrils like come off the blade towards you and you swat him away and cut him and stuff.
Exactly. Like
Sounds
the
cool.
advantage is basically not only I save this guy, but I show that I am able to use a vibro blade while saving somebody.
Sure. That's cool. That's good.
You should.
And then Leslie, Sam, the star of the session, the bright shining star of the party. What happens this time?
All right. So, because Master Mott's is still on the lizard, right? Because
Yes.
giant thing.
Mhm.
Basically, idea is get lizard to like climb anything and everything to like hop from like basically lizard parkours in the forest
Mhm.
to evade giant lightsaber, and like the thought process is like its tail like swats through it
Ah.
to
Okay.
like help deflect.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds cool.
It's like
Awesome.
epic lizard mount techniques.
Yeah. Epic lizard mounts. Awesome. Yeah. With you guys and the Knights and Masters, eventually, like, you guys hold up the blade, and then it eventually, like, just disperses around you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, the shadow dissipates, and the eyes are gone. And the Knights and Masters each go up to you guys, like, are you guys safe? And they're trying to take care of everyone. They'll bring you over to the medical ship, like, do you guys need medical attention? Here's some first aid kits. We've got some more serious things on there. What's going on?
Take a
How's
first
my
aid
butt?
kit and put that in my bag.
It's like point to Master Mott's.
Yeah, they immediately go and start helping Mott's.
But I'll also take a medical kit and put it in my bag.
Sure.
How's my buddy?
He's doing good. Yeah. He's in a little bit of shock. He was not mentally prepared for this.
No.
But you know, he seems fine. They've got a blanket around him.
Mhm.
He's looks like he's gonna make a fine recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I sit close to him for a little while.
sure. Yeah, everything eventually calms down, and the ride back is pretty quiet as they bring you guys back to the Jedi Temple. But other than that, you know, it's pretty chill, pretty quiet.
Good.
Yeah.
After, you know.
How about Mr. Mean Master Guy?
He says little to you guys. What little he does say immediately seems to be concerned about your guys' safety. Like, are any of you injured, wounded? What's the status? That sort of things. Yeah.
There was a giant smoke monster that tried to kill us.
All right.
I felt something too that I probably shouldn't have. So this is interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
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 He seems a little like, not like condescending or angry this time. He just looks a little concerned that you're saying that.
Yeah.
And other than that, he doesn't actually say much to you guys on the ride back.
Okay.
Everyone seems pretty quiet. A lot of the masters in particular seem deep in thought. Some of the knights are talking with themselves, like, what do you think that was? Like, what are we supposed to do about this? But other than that, it's
I was
nice.
afraid of at one
quiet
point to
ride.
kind of speak up and be like, so, what was that?
The masters all remain pretty quiet. Some of the knights end up saying, like, yeah, what was that? It was weird. It was a giant, terrifying smoke monster. And they all seem to start to agree and like, yeah, and it felt like dark side kind of thing. Felt evil.
So that's what Darkseid feels like? Interesting.
Suddenly, all the masters go.
Zoom.
No, not interesting. More like, oh.
Take it apart and see how it works.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down and meditate on that one.
Right. Yeah. When you guys eventually make it back to the Jedi Temple, Mozzarella is put in like the infirmary. He seems to be unconscious once again. He's receiving medical treatment, and Hawk Carl approaches all of you.
I'm gonna pet my lizard while he talks.
How big is the lizard?
It's bigger than a horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like lower to the ground.
Right.
And that was a big transport.
Right.
I figured I just rode it back.
Sure.
Oh, that works too.
Or they like the Jedi are all using like force move the whole way. Like. Yeah. Yeah. So Hawk Carl approaches all of you. Well, first, how are you all doing?
Interestingly.
Okay, all things considering.
Worried.
All right. These are understandable feelings to have. If it brings you any comfort or peace, I felt that there was a reason to drop you off on that little expedition, and now I see what the reason was. If you need time for rest, I understand. Some time to meditate and reflect on all this. You will all have a few days that I will give you for rest. As Mozzarella is still out of commission, and we do not know when he will recover, I will still take over training of all of you.
Okay.
So I will continue your training. And we'll see how much more improvement you guys need to make the trials. All right?
Yes, Master.
Very well.
Get some rest. I'll see you in a few days.
Okay.
To the library.
Daddy leaves. Yeah, so if you guys don't have anything in particular, that's where we're going to call the session.
I was
I am
gonna
in the library.
Or, like, how do you guys decompress following all that?
Sam's like
Uh-huh.
gonna use Force Sense like kinda 24/7 to make
Sure.
sure no purple eyes and no giant smoky thing.
Right, you definitely don't see purple eyes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when you look at, like, your robe hung up on, like, a rack or something or lying on the side there, occasionally, when, like, out of the corner of your eye, it looks like there's two eyes above it, like, where a face would be.
He's like gonna fold it up and put it in a drawer. No, it's so cool.
Burn it.
Fashion. It's going in the drawer.
Okay.
Mhm.
Probably the next time you open the drawer, it'll look like two eyes are looking at you or something.
No.
I'm gonna go bring the bag to the Shark Man.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. He takes it and says he will. I'll look into this for you.
Thank you.
I feel this needs to be handled very carefully, and
Yeah.
I will consult with some other masters about this.
Mm-hmm. One thing to note is, if one of them touches it, they will see purple eyes over anyone who has eyes.
Well, I'll keep that noted. Thank you.
I'm off to go meditate very intently somewhere, but this time doing a handstand.
And the droid.
I'm in the library,
Okay.
and I'm researching anything about Force Resurrection. Like,
There seems to be nothing about resurrection. There are occasional manuscripts you find that say, like, and the Sith have evil techniques like necromancy or the ability to summon dead spirits or something. But there seems to be nothing about, like, actual resurrection, like bringing back to life.
then I dive into that necromancy.
Sure.
That's not a bad path.
Right. There's very limited. It's mostly just like the Sith have evil necromancy, condemn it, burn it, kill the witch kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I try to cross-reference any sort of names, time periods.
Sure.
Like anything that will give me even just a slight modicum of how to kill it, even.
Right. It seems like a lot of the texts that mention it are older artifacts that reference the Sith as a species, rather than the Sith referring to, like, dark side users.
Okay. Do they say how to kill the necromanced bodies? Is it like a fire or a shot to the head sort of thing, or is it completely destroy the body?
It seems to be either completely destroy the body or possibly take out the person who brought it back with the Force.
Or both.
Or both.
All right. I then research how to completely destroy a body.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And all the Jedi Knights look at you funny.
Huzzah! Yay!
Well,
And that was that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Matthew didn't use a destiny point. Yay!
Yay! Yep. So,
conflict rolls.
conflict rolls.
I got a little bit of conflict.
Yeah.
I got one,
Okay.
I think.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. If there was, how many things do you think there were that, like, could have caused her conflict of, like, arrogance over pride?
I mean, really, it's just with that dude who's a jerk.
Right.
Just him.
Sure.
And,
Okay.
oh, he's a terrible person.
Yeah. Yep. That was the intention. I think
that was true.
it succeeded.
Yeah.
Would somebody roll for me?
What?
Would somebody roll for me? My phone just literally died,
Sure, I get that.
and my D10 are away from here.
I got a trace,
Okay.
so
Cool.
I go up 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how much conflict I got for this one.
Okay. Were there any times when he was more inclined to go towards what is it? Arrogance versus love.
This time he actually worked with his team.
Right.
I don't think he was really arrogant with anything.
Sure. Was there anyone who actively like encouraged arrogance in him?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Sure. I mean, he might not have got any conflict this session.
Well, that's weird.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right then.
Yeah.
I got 4.
Mm-hmm. And the droid.
Can somebody roll for me?
Roll to 3.
All right, I go down 1 point.
All right. Sounds good.
Experience.
Experience. I'm thinking either 10 or 15. What do you guys think for this session?
15?
As a player, 15. As a DM, probably like 10. Because for the first part, we didn't do anything.
Sure.
For the first half, we didn't do
RP,
it.
yeah.
We did a lot more role play versus actually doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, the second half was rather intense.
Right. So I'm going to say I'm going to lean
want-
towards 10 this time.
Okay. Because, I mean, it's a matter of do you want to reward role-playing?
Right. I do want to reward role-playing. But I think there's a possibility to both as my end as like a GM, like I want to give you guys more experience. But I want it to be justified, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I can find ways to give you guys good role-playing opportunities while still having you guys do things.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
I feel they were very separated from each other.
Right.
And even then, it wasn't like there was role playing it, but it wasn't really like deep role playing. It was pretty surface level stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, before we did get a 20.
Right.
So.
It averages out. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the total we have earned so far is 75.
Yep.
For when somebody's character dies.
Awesome. Well, with all that being said, I think we're going to close out the session here.
Yeah.
And then we can spend the experience off camera.
All right. So we hope you enjoyed the channel of Holding Sith Paths of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.